Peace, family. It's your brother Marc Lamont Hill. Welcome to the Marc Lamont Hill official YouTube channel. My apologies for uh, the delay. It's been just a an exhausting stretch, an exhausting run of hundreds of days of doing the War on Gaza report, and frankly, I'm physically and a little mentally exhausted, and so I had to just literally stop and rest, stop and close my eyes, stop and do things that kind of made this thing take longer than I expected to get up and running for the Gaza reports. But we're here, we're back, and I'm grateful to be in conversation with all of you. I'm grateful to be in community with all of you. What I'm not grateful for is the fact that we are now on day 239 of Israel's war on Gaza. Day 239. It's a devastating reality. It's a unsettling number, but it's a devastating reality that for 239 days, the state of Israel, with global complicity, has prosecuted a genocidal war against the Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip, and that number, that war, has resulted in the death of 36,379 Palestinians. That's right. The most current death toll says that 379 Palestinians have been killed. In addition, 82,407 Palestinians have been wounded in Israel's war on Gaza since October 7th. The death toll in Israel from Hamas's attacks, that number is at least at 1,139, but it's holding steady, with dozens of people still captive in Gaza. I'm not going to take long tonight, but I do want to at least talk about the latest issue on the table, and that, of course, is the issue of the ceasefire. Qatar, Egypt, and the United States have called on Hamas and Israel to finalize an agreement that embodies the principles outlined by U.S. President Joe Biden on May 31st, which is yesterday. This is important. The idea of a ceasefire, a lasting ceasefire. I know they don't want to use the language of permanent ceasefire, God forbid. But the idea here from everybody except Israel is that there needs to be a deal that allows for Palestinian safety, Israeli safety, and a permanent end to the war. And so this becomes the proposal. The proposal, as expressed by President Biden, would involve three phases, the first of which would last for 6 weeks and include a full and complete ceasefire. It would also include the withdrawal of Israeli forces from all of the populated areas of Gaza. That means they wouldn't be in the cities. They wouldn't be in Rafah. They wouldn't be in Gaza City. They wouldn't be, in these refugee camps. Excuse me. The first phase would also see a number of captives held in the Gaza Strip, including women and the elderly, released in exchange for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners in Israel being released as well. Humanitarian aid will flow into Gaza. This is the argument. Now, Benjamin Netanyahu says that he accepts this presentation. His government doesn't. The right wing of the Israeli government, whether it's Smotrich or whether it's Itamar Ben-Gvir, etc., they have said no. In fact, most recently, they have said that they will tear down the entire government. They will literally no longer hold on to the present political coalition, which is a very tricky and precarious one that allows Netanyahu to remain prime minister. They're saying they will let it all go if this proposal goes through. Now, it'll be interesting to see what actually happens. President Biden has felt his own political pressure, which is why he's moving forward like this. Hamas initially said no because they said Israel continues to wage war on us while proposing a ceasefire. That also doesn't make a lot of sense. So there's a lot of motivation. A lot of urgency even to make this thing happen. Forgive me yawning, y'all. Like I said, I haven't slept in a very long time. I've been working nonstop with you all and for you all. And so forgive me when the yawn is not a lack of engagement. I am beat. I'm just beaten down. But let's continue. The World Health Organization, WHO, said that there are almost no health services remaining in Rafah after the city's last partially functioning hospital, the El Hilal Al Emirati Hospital, shut down amid the ongoing hostilities. So, hospital shut down. No health care, no hospital care, no emergency care. We see, food insecurity everywhere. We see a lack of access to humanitarian resources. I mean, to be in Gaza right now is to be in hell. To be in hell. So that fundamentally is what's going on. And so all we can do is hope. As of 40 minutes ago, this proposal was still a possibility. Regardless of what people are saying, it's still in play. Now, according to Osama Hamdan, who I've met and interviewed before on Al Jazeera, feel free to check it out. He said the proposal is positive, but that Hamas hasn't received any written documents. He said, he told Al Jazeera, "We have not received anything written, and based on our experience, what is verbally said is not what is usually documented. That is why we are ready to study any documents with all the details. However, what is being broadcast in the media reflects positivity. We can see that people are conscious that the continuous war and the killing of our people will not make us lose our steadfastness. So there are a lot of positive elements. However, we need to see it documented on a piece of paper that should be sent to us." So this is another interesting fact, another interesting reality. There just seems to be some fundamental mistrust of the other side in this, that it's hard to even get to a point where people will read or consider a proposal, much less vote on one or decide on one. So we have to figure that out. We have to get to that next stage. That means Israel has to show that it's serious, because part of what often happens is Israel will, as Osama Hamdan is pointing out, will say one thing and do another, promise one thing and deliver another. So that becomes part of the equation as well. Anyway, that is the War on Gaza report. I'll be back tomorrow night with office hours. We have a special one-on-one with a brilliant scholar. We also have live Q&A. And on top of all of that, there's just a lot of announcements for the channel that you all can check out. And then on Monday, we'll have another episode of Night School. So please make sure that you check out Night School Monday to Friday, right here on the channel. I realize now I had the wrong background up there. It said Night School. Should have said Israel's War on Gaza. But please know that 9 p.m. every night, Monday to Friday, we will be airing Night School, which will have the latest conversations, the latest updates, the deepest analysis, the most refreshing guests, not just on this issue, but on every issue under the sun. It is not a podcast, it's not a TV show. It really is a global classroom. Thank you all for watching. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the join button to keep this thing going. And some of you say, what will help to sustain us? I have some ideas in terms of how the content is delivered, but also it just, if you all can support us by hitting that join button, becoming a member of the channel, that helps provide economic support, it helps strengthen the channel, helps maintain and stabilize the channel. So if you can do that, we would be incredibly grateful. On top of that, um, if you can't hit the join button, you know, and make a monthly commitment to the channel, you can also hit the Cash App, the PayPal, the Venmo, or the Zelle for a one-time donation of any amount. Anything you give, whether it's $1, $2, or $3, or $10, or a gajillion dollars, we're grateful for it. It makes the channel better. It allows us to have more reach. It allows us to have more hands. It allows us to have more support, which makes everything easier for everybody. So anyway, thank you for supporting the channel. We will see you soon. Good night.